Welcome to my vlog, everyone. Grab a cup of coffee or tea or something to drink and just stay tuned. We're gonna be talking about a whole bunch of stuff. I'm gonna be talking about what I've been doing to make sure that none of my hair fell out this fall, and it actually worked. So I'm gonna be talking about what I did. I'm gonna be talking about a new foundation that I picked up that is looking really, really nice. A little shiny for the camera, but I think you guys might like it, so stay tuned for that as well. We're gonna be talking about some Viviscal freebies that I got. We'll chat about that. And then lastly, a new YouTuber that I've discovered that I wanna put you onto. So all you gotta do is just grab a drink, sit back, relax, and let's have a chat. Right, so maybe the reason you're here is that you saw my title, in which I have finally figured out, maybe, how to stop my hair from falling out in the fall or the autumn, whatever you wanna call it, in your part of the world. My husband is from Ireland and he used to find the word fall a really funny word. They only use the word autumn, I guess. So, but I got him using the word fall now. So yeah, this year my hair did not fall out. It is now nearing the end of November, so I feel very safe, and that means like the whole of September, October passed. I feel really safe in saying that I really lessened my hair fall for the first time in as long as I can remember. So I'm gonna tell you what I did, I think, to help achieve that. As you guys know, I have been suffering with hair loss for years now, well documented here. Every September, a ton of my hair falls out, like clockwork. To the point where I actually made a video about like hair. I did research about whether hair falls out a lot in the fall or not, and it does. It actually does that. This is a legitimate thing. It is a legitimate phenomenon here in the Northern Hemisphere, where soon as summer ends and fall starts to hit and the daylight, the amount of daylight and the heat is less and the sunshine is less, etc. and so forth, the temperature goes down, your hair starts to fall out. Apparently your peak number of follicles is July, and I think the biggest shed is in September. So there's a bunch of reasons why that could be. You know, they don't exactly know, though. That's the bottom line. What I did though this year, and I think it made a difference, was I was chatting with my doctor, not specifically about hair loss, but about supplementation and stuff like that. She really wants me to take vitamin D. She's like, start taking your vitamin D, make sure you're on it, 2,000 IU a day. So, and make sure you use the drops. Those were her instructions. She just prefers her patients to take the drops. So that is what I did. So I've been like religiously taking the drops every morning. And she also wanted me to start using probiotics. So sometimes I use probiotics like in this sort of pill format, or sometimes I use like a yogurt drink instead. Kind of like, I don't love either of these options, but I'm committed to try and help my microbiome down in my stomach. So I've been taking those. I don't know how much effect those have had on my hair because I have taken probiotics before. I really think it's the vitamin D, personally. And I'm also taking biotin again. I found this giant bottle. I just got this at, I think, Costco, you know, and I just, if I'm there and I see it, I pick it up. But as I've said before, sometimes I go months without using it and it doesn't seem to make the hugest difference. But I just decided I was gonna take these out super religiously and see if it made a difference. And honestly, I can say I think it did. I'm having some of the best hair days I've had, you know, in ages. I'm also testing a whole bunch of shampoos, so be sure to stay tuned. The one I'm using right now is called Pureology Strength Care. So it's a bit of a protein shampoo and it's actually working really nicely. My hair does not usually hold these kinds of styles that well. Yesterday I put a few waves in it. I was going out to do a socially distanced walk with a friend. I was wearing a hat over this, like a toque as we call it here, or a beanie. I was wearing a hat over it for like an hour and a half and it's still, the waves are still there. So that's a nice shampoo. Making a review. That should be out already by the time, I would think, or around the time that you see this vlog. This review will also be out, so stay tuned for that if you want to know about that shampoo. All these things really seem to be contributing to me having the best hair autumn or fall that I've had in like forever, and it feels really good. So the takeaway from this is not that, you know, you need to do what I do, although I definitely say you should try and stay on top of your vitamin D. If you don't know how much you should be taking, then check with your doctor. You can even sometimes check with a pharmacist. They can probably tell you an idea of what is safe to take anyway, even if they're not your general practitioner. But check in about that vitamin D and see if that makes a difference for you. If that would be a really simple thing you can do that might help to address fall hair loss. It's certainly helping, I think, in my case. So yeah, so that is about the hair. I am quite happy with it. It's so nice to wash your hair and not have handfuls come out, right? I'm only just getting like the normal few strands that come out. Again, I wash my hair every 2 days and I find that that helps as well. When I'm religious about washing it every 2 days, sometimes I get lazy, go to 3 days, my hair never looks as good and it just doesn't feel as happy. my hair is the happiest at the 2-day wash mark, and I'm not always in the mood for the big hair wash, but I forced myself to do it, and I think that it makes a difference. I really do. Okay, I got a bunch of freebies from PR, what they call public relations, meaning I'm on a list to get some stuff, and actually I didn't get this stuff because I'm like a hair content creator. I actually got this because I'm on these PR lists. Actually, as a freelance writer and journalist, you know, not that long ago, I was the managing editor of Toronto Magazine, and Toronto Magazine is like the city's tourism magazine. So I've had some, and before that, I've done other sort of higher profile publishing world jobs. And so you get on these PR lists and then you get sent stuff, which is kind of cool when you want it. It's not so cool though. Sometimes you get sent stuff that you really don't want. It's less of a problem now. I don't get sent that much stuff now that I'm strictly freelancing and I work from home. But back when I was in an office in a magazine, we used to get tons and tons of stuff sent to our desk, and that was great when it would be like kids books and you have a kid, or like just different new releases that you might be interested in. Like we used to get some really, really great stuff, amazing shampoos, but then sometimes you get things that are just not for you and you're not sure what to do with it. So it also sometimes comes with this weird sort of obligation to find a home for these things that you are sent that you didn't necessarily want or can use. So anyhow, but these are all like, they're not real problems, right? There's not a real problem. Anyway, what I got sent was a whole bunch of Viviscal stuff, which was super exciting. I got sent the supplements. So I'm trying these out as we speak, so stay tuned. The review will not be out for probably a while yet because I want to give this the full 90-day/3-month review. So that review won't be out, but if you haven't subscribed, I mean, you probably have, that's probably why you're watching this, but if you haven't subscribed and hit the notification bell, go ahead and do that so you don't miss this one when it comes out, because this is an expensive supplement. I never purchased it. Every time I would see the price, I'd be like, I don't think so, but it got sent to me. So I am trying it out for this channel. I was also sent the shampoo, the conditioner in this line. I love the conditioner. I can say that already. I don't even have to test it. I buy it with my own money on the regular. Actually, let me go and grab those. So like, I'm comfortable telling you like the conditioner is really good. I really like this conditioner. It's not that expensive. It smells delicious and amazing. I 100% like this, and I'm going to be reviewing it in full, so stay tuned for that as well. That might be out already or might not. I'm making a lot of different shampoo reviews, and I don't always know exactly when they're going to come out, so forgive me for the not being as accurate as I would like to be in reporting when these are going to be out. The shampoo is pretty good too. It definitely thickens your hair. It makes my personal hair a bit on the dry/frizzy side, which is not really the look I'm usually going for, but I'll make a full review about these. Just wanted to tell you what I thought about these off the top. I was also sent this, which is the Densifying Elixir, which is a hair serum. I've never even opened this. Let's open this up together. I'll make a review. I did one on The Ordinary, and that review is doing very well for me. The Ordinary makes a hair serum, and I was like, not really about it. You can check it out there. I typically don't like scalp treatments. If you've seen my other reviews, you've seen me review the Nioxin one, you've seen me review maybe the Aveda and Vadi one. I don't tend to like anything that I've got to put on my scalp. They don't tend to do anything really for me. So it'll be interesting to try this one out. It is definitely cute. I love these colors. These actually are my colors. If you ever look at my thumbnail, I tend to use this sort of dark fuchsia color. So I'm not gonna lie, visibly these products really appeal to me. But yeah, we'll give those the full test, and just be sure to stay tuned. All you've got to do is check out my most recent videos and you'll see when these all come out. This has been interesting to start taking. I'm not going to reveal anything about it yet, but again, you'll want to see that when it comes out. Okay, so this is not a commercial for these guys, but I do love the conditioner. Happy to say that. Jury is still out on the products I've never tried, which is the serum and the supplements. So I will give you guys the full truth about those. And the great thing about not being sponsored is that I'm going to tell you guys the complete truth about this stuff. Like, if I had taken money from them or done a sponsorship or partnership, then I would probably be obliged not to say anything really negative about it. And guess what? I'm just gonna say exactly what I find, because they're not giving me any money. They sent me the product for free to try, and we shall see how it goes. So let's move on now to L'Oreal's Double Wear foundation. So let's talk about that now. I've been so sick and tired of being stuck in the city that I got my husband and my son to come along with me on a small road trip out to something that we have called the Niagara Outlet Collection, I think. So it's like outlets, right? And it's sort of an outdoors kind of experience, which is interesting here in Canada because it gets cold at these places, but Nonetheless, I was so tired of just being stuck in the city, stuck at home. Haven't really done much traveling. You know, we're in the pandemic as I film this, but we are allowed to travel. So we did that as long as we stay safe and wear masks inside and all that kind of stuff. So I went on ahead to an outlet that they sell, I guess all the stuff would be under the same umbrella, owned by the same parent company. So they sell Estee Lauder, they sell Tom Ford, they sell Clinique, I saw there, and they sell MAC, but they don't sell everything. So it's not like for instance, for MAC, I wanted to get the, I think, Face and Body Foundation. I've been wanting to retry that. That's a foundation I used to use in my 20s quite a bit, and I haven't used it in forever, and I would love to try it again. I haven't, but they did have Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation, Stay in Place Makeup, and I'm just going to tell you about this not because this is the most amazing foundation in the world, although it is really nice. It's a bit shiny for camera, but in real life, it is this beautiful satin finish. Even though it says matte on it, it just gives your skin this light sheen. It's so, so nice. It doesn't have a lot of slip in it. It's pretty concentrated, so you don't need a ton of it. Don't love the bottle because it's got that screw top bottle. I much prefer a pump. But anyway, the whole reason I'm going to tell you this is I'm going to tell you how I found my shade, which I think might be helpful for you guys, especially if you think you're the same shade as me, but even if you don't. If you have a foundation you really like, there is a web, and this is how the girl helped me find it. I already knew about this website, but the girl in the shop was actually so lovely to me. She spent some time. I mean, I was there pretty early, so it wasn't busy or anything like that. So I got all of her attention. What we did was, I knew that I used this foundation. It's Revlon's Color Stay, and I know that my shade number was 220. I remembered that, but I also have videos about this. So you can see me using 220 and 240. They're almost exactly the same. It's so strange. I mean, they look a little different in the bottle, but on my skin, I'm like, what is the actual difference between these? Because they look so similar. Anyway, I remembered that I used 220 when I was there. And so she looked up, she got out the shop's iPad, and she went to foundation.com, I think is the website name. And so once she went to that website, she just sort of dug down and entered this foundation's number to find a match for the L'Oreal Double Wear. So we came upon 2C3 Fresco. And even from this bottle, when she was holding up the bottle, I can't always tell if it's going to be a match. Sometimes it's a miss for me, but we're in a pandemic, right? So she couldn't put the actual tester on my face, which is what we normally would do, right? In the before times, but that's not happening now. So yeah, so she found this, and it's actually a really beautiful match for my skin tone. I don't know, we did a really good job. I actually really have to credit her because she's like, yeah, this is what it says, and it looks like it'll be a good match. We had between this and one other, there aren't that many shades. So that's the thing about Double Wear, right? It doesn't have, what they had there was not the full range, but here's the best part, okay? The best part is that the regular retail here in Canada is $52, but at this place, at this makeup outlet, it was half price. Right? It was 40% off plus another 10% off. So we're looking at 50% off. So I didn't pay a whole lot for this, which is amazing because I wasn't sure A, if the color was going to be a great match, or B, if I'd even like it or not, but I really, really like it, you guys. I think it's a really nice foundation. I kind of starting now to remembering that sometimes these higher end foundations really do perform nicely and in a way that honestly none of my lower end ones really do. This one is on another level. It's really good, but then it is again a cult favorite. So there's that. So the last thing I wanted to talk about is just, sometimes at the end of these vlogs, I like to put you guys on to new YouTubers that I've been enjoying. My latest find is Dangelo Wallace, I think his last name is. I will be sure to put up the name so you can find this YouTuber as well. He roasts other YouTubers, like the top problematic YouTubers out there, and I am here for it. He really breaks down their history because he's made a point saying, like, on the internet, things happen very, very quickly, and people can put things behind them very, very quickly and just keep moving on, and it doesn't really seem to have much of an effect on their viewership, for better or worse. He's saying they're not penalized for a lot of their really, really bad, problematic behavior. They just carry on. And I would say accurate to that. That is very, very accurate. But there isn't really a space for us to watch people sort of really go on, I guess, at length about these issues that other YouTubers have created. He does a roast of Jeffree Star that is, oh my gosh, it's good. He has one on Tati. Some of his points I agreed with on her. Some of them I didn't like. He was kind of going after her for using filters and stuff like that, and I felt that it was actually quite unfair to talk about anything that she's doing about her appearance. I just didn't think he needed to pick on her appearance personally, but a lot of his points tend to be really valid. He does these really long form things. So it's just like you just watch, you don't have to pay too much attention. It is just rolling all over you. Makes a lot of really good points. You know, a lot of people display really problematic sociopathic behavior here on YouTube, and nobody calls them out for it. So I'm glad that somebody's putting together like intelligent, cohesive commentary on it. And the sort of traditional media out there doesn't really talk that much about YouTuber stuff. So it's just interesting as a fellow YouTuber to see someone making this kind of content. And I find it really interesting, and I find it really well created, well thought out, well scripted. Yeah, I think that I've just really been enjoying his stuff. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Maybe you're interested, maybe you're not. I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap it up there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining me on this vlog adventure. Hope that you enjoyed it. Please do remember to give this video a thumbs up. That is one small way you can help to support me here on this channel. And if you have a few dollars to part with, I am always collecting for my product funds, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put my PayPal link down below. You can buy me a virtual coffee for $5, and that just goes into my product fund. So when I purchase things, I mean, I got the Viviscal for free, but I do purchase a lot of stuff here to try out regarding hair loss for you guys. And so if you want to contribute to that, I would thank you so much, because as you know, I don't take ads or sponsorship right now. All right, gonna wrap it up there. Thanks so much for joining me, hanging in there. We will see you soon.